Hi, this is Coach John, and this is a video how to respond when playing the dragon versus the Alapin. And the Alapin is signified by this move C3, and I'm using a model game from one of my students. Um, now C3 has an idea, and that is to play D4 to take over the T4 square and to build a dominating center. You might, find this reminiscent of the piano opening that we've discussed. So you continue with your plan. And a lot like other anti-Sicilians, you have to react differently to them. You can't just play your normal setup because their opening is designed to counter that essentially. So that's why it becomes complex where it's like, you do this, I do this, and if you do this, I'll do this back, and if you don't do it, I'll do this other thing. This is where the psychology and the counter of certain strategies comes into play. And this move D5 is very, very key. And a simple idea, and that is we want to contest the center. If black doesn't contest the center, they'll get ran off over the board. I'll show the game real quick of my student. He attempted to play his normal setup, and very quickly he had a dominating position, and he had a dominated position, and this move just loses. There's nothing to say about it. And okay, that was a bad move, but the bad move came out of a bad position. It's important to understand that. Queen of D5 just wins the game. So, going back to it, D5, E5, closing the center. This is a common variation. There's also E takes, and we'll talk about that later. So bishop G4 is the move. Knight C3, knight C6, here, bishop E2. And then we take this, and I often say, well, why did you trade the knight for the bishop? And we normally don't want to do that until they play H3 and move us around. But here we have a plan, and the plan is, first, if he does ever play H3, you have to take it anyways. And second, we want to play knight to E7, knight to F5, and attack D4. And this is how we do it. We eliminated the defender, one of the defenders of D4. So he castles, we play there, and he plays bishop to E3, which is necessary to protect D4. Then castles, queen to D2, a typical plan with the attempts of potentially exchanging down the bishop with bishop to H6. And then we play knight to F5, and this is the final part of the opening where we see our plan coming together. We have both of our knights attacking D4, also protecting H6, also attacking this bishop. Later on in the game, we're going to try to destroy the center with the move F6, which is oftentimes a necessary move and also a dynamic move. It can be risky at times. It also can be very advantageous. But typically, we're going to play F6 and try to trade down these pawns and try to get more pressure with the bishop on D4 here. So, anyways, C3, the name of this variation is the Alapin. And it's a common anti-Sicilian. Instead of learning what you want to do, they come up with a weapon to stop what you want to do, and you have to react to them. And it's not the best, but it's something that throws you off to do so. Anyways, this is Coach John, and I'll see you next time. Bye.